Hello everyone, welcome back. This time we are diving into the colorful, nature-inspired, almost fairy tale-like fantasy world of Bloomburrow. After the Rakdos Lizard tribal deck, we are now moving on to the next tribal deck, namely the Izzet Otter Tribal deck. I'm really excited to showcase this deck because first of all, Izzet is one of my favorite color combinations, and secondly, it is a tribal deck filled with cute and strong otters. I really like the idea of these tribal decks, and Bloomburrow offers exactly this for our block decks: strong, competitive and versatile tribal decks. What I like the most about this deck is the interaction and synergy between the otter creatures and the instant and sorcery spells, and actually not only that, but all the non-creature spells in general, and that's what it makes this deck so powerful. Every time we cast non-creature spells, we trigger our creatures, and whenever we cast an instant or sorcery spell, our creatures benefit from this. I really like that our burn spells, for example, are not just cards that deal damage, but also serve another purpose, allowing us to even do more things. We also have an Otter Planeswalker and plenty of enchantment sagas, so this deck is pure Otter Tribal deck. Let's take a closer look at the creatures. For me, my favorite creature, and in my personal opinion, the MVP of this deck is Harness of Storms. This creature costs 3 mana and has power 1 and toughness 4, making it a good blocker. But here comes the kicker: whenever we cast a non-creature spell or an otter spell, we can exile the top card and cast it until end of turn. It triggers once each turn. This is amazing, especially if we are short on lands. We can cast a cheap spell, and if the exiled card is a land, we can play it. This allows us to cast more creatures and spells overall. And since our deck mainly consists of otter creatures, it's very easy to gain an advantage on the battlefield and also generate more cards than our opponent. Most of our spells are very cheap. We have a bunch of 1 mana spells and even more 2 mana spells. Next, for 2 mana we have Stormcatch Mentor, a 1/1 creature with haste and prowess, which reduces the cost of our instant and sorcery spells by 1. Very simple but very effective. Then we have Kitsa, Otterball Elite. This creature has vigilance and prowess, but what I really like is its other ability. We can tap this creature without paying any mana to draw a card and then discard the card. This gives us a lot of flexibility in this deck, and if its power is 3 or greater, we can pay 2 mana to tap it and copy instant and sorcery spells. With prowess, this is not a problem. Then we also have 2 copies of Thundertrap Trainer with the Offspring ability. Not only do we get a creature onto the battlefield, but we can also look at the top 4 cards and put a non-creature spell into our hand. We also have a lot of sorceries, instants, enchantments, artifacts and even a planeswalker. So there is always a chance to draw one of these cards. We can also pay 6 mana to copy this creature, so we can do this twice. We also have 2 copies of Coruscation Mage, which deals 1 damage to the opponent whenever we cast a non-creature spell, and it also has the Offspring ability. Valley Floodcaller has flash, and whenever we cast a non-creature spell, our otters get +1/+1 until end of turn. Tempest Angler is a very underrated card. It costs 3 mana and is only a common, but that can change very quickly, because whenever, and this is whenever is essential, we cast a non-creature spell, we put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. With all our cheap spells, it can grow very quickly. Bria, Riptide Rogue, gives other creatures prowess, and the cool thing is that all the prowess effects stack, and whenever we cast a non-creature spell, one of our creatures becomes unblockable. And the last one is Alania, Divergent Storm. It's not really that strong, so we only play 1 copy, mainly for the theme. Now let's move on to the instant and sorcery spells. We have Shore Up, a great 1 mana spell that protects our creatures, gives it +1/+1 and also triggers prowess. Then we have also Otterball Antics for 2 mana, which creates an otter token with prowess. We also have a burn spell for 2 mana, that's Take Out the Trash, very funny title, which deals 3 damage, very solid. Another burn spell is a Gate Assault for 3 mana, so here we can deal 4 damage or we can destroy an artifact. That's basically it. Actually, we can also switch between those burn spells, or I also included Dazzling Denial into this sideboard, so we can always switch to between those 2 cards. We also have 2 enchantment classes. The first one is Storm Chaser's Talent. We create an otter creature with prowess For 4 mana we can return an instant or sorcery from the graveyard to our hand, and for 6 mana whenever we cast an instant or sorcery spell we create an Otter token, with prowess of course. The other one is the enchantment class Artist's Talent. Whenever we cast an instant or sorcery spell, we can discard a card and draw a card. For 3 mana our non-creature spells cost 1 less, and for another 3 mana we deal additional damage. In this case only the first level is really good, while the others are not as impactful. But these cards still count as non-creature spells, so they will also trigger our otters. Then we have our Otter Planeswalker Ral, Crackling Wit, and this Planeswalker is amazing. It's quite cheap for 4 mana, and whenever we cast a non-creature spell it gains loyalty counters. With +1 we create even an Otter creature token with prowess. With -3 we draw 3 cards and discard 2, and the -10 ability is not that important as it's very expensive, but the first ability alone is already outstanding because it generates tokens and loyalty counters. We also have one artifact in this deck, Patchwork Banner, which produces mana and also buffs our Otter creatures by +1/+1. In total we have 24 lands, 10 islands, 10 mountains, 2 Swiftwater Cliffs, 1 Rock Face Village and 1 Lilipad Village. We only play 1 copy of each of the utility lands because they can only be used for creature spells, and sometimes that can make it harder to cast our instant and sorcery spells because we have so many, and then yeah, that's why we have 10 islands and 10 mountains instead of more of these villages. So this is the Otter Tribal deck. Yeah, I can show you also the sideboard. As I was mentioning before, we have 2 copies of Dazzling Denial. We can always switch between those cards also with the burn spells. Then we have Playful Show for 2 mana, deals 1 damage to any target, draw a card. Pearl of Wisdom, a sorcery spell. Yeah, here we can also draw cards. And Wildfire Hole deals 2 damage to each creature. If the gift was promised, instead it deals 1 damage to any target, 2 damage to each creature. And the last one is Daring Wave Rider. For 6 mana it's very expensive, so that's why it's in the sideboard. And when this creature enters you may cast target instant or sorcery spells with mana value 4 or less from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. So actually we can switch between Daring Wave Rider and maybe Alania. So this is the legendary Otter Tribal deck, and I would say let's play some games. So here we go, we'll play with our Izzet Otter deck from Bloomburrow, and we start the game. This hand looks pretty good. We have Harness of Storms at the beginning, also Thundertrap Trainer, and I really like those creatures with Offspring because we can double them. Thundertrap Trainer is one of those cards, and we have also the Coruscation Mage, where we can also use it for the Offspring cost. So we can decide either we will cast it for 2 mana, then we will just have 1 creature on the battlefield, and whenever we cast an instant or sorcery spell, we can it deals 1 damage to the opponent. And with Thundertrap Trainer it's the same. If we will cast it for the Offspring cost, yeah, the Offspring cost is very expensive here, so we have to pay 6, but we can do it twice. We can look at the top 4 cards, and then we can take one of those instant sorcery spells, also enchantment or planeswalker spells, onto our hand. So in this case we just decided to get Ral, Crackling Wit on our hand. So we have now a planeswalker, and then we can just wait. We have Harness of Storms, and we have also a Gate Assault. Now we have also Dazzling Denial. Actually we can also, yeah, the problem is we have only 1 blue mana. So basically we can just cast 1 spell. I think we will just wait. Also the opponent has maybe a burn spell. I don't want to lose Harness of Storms yet. So let's see what the opponent will do. Oh, they're playing a 3-color deck. Forest Mountain. Oh no, actually, yeah, 2-color deck. So we will just cast a counter spell. We'll counter that artifact spell. Here we have the mountain. So I think we'll just maybe produce some Otter tokens. I mean, Ral is such a powerful planeswalker, to be honest, because whenever we cast an instant or sorcery spell, it gets a loyalty counter, and this is amazing. I mean, we can, for +1 loyalty counter, we can always create those Otter tokens with prowess. And yeah, for -3 we can also draw cards. Then we'll do we will draw 3 cards, and we have to discard 2. And with -10, all our spells will have Storm. So we have this Gardener here, also one of those Final Fantasy cards with the ability Landfall. So I think we'll just cast first. We'll draw more cards. So let's see, maybe we have a land. Nope. So we can discard maybe the Harness of Storms. I mean, we have another on our hand, so I think this is enough. So we'll take action, Perfect Rock Face Village. We can just put it on the battlefield. And a Gate Assault, we can kill this creature by actually. Let me see. First, yeah, I think we'll just put also Tempest Angler. So now we have some creatures, I mean all of them, they have now +1/+1 thanks to Patchwork Banner that gives all the otters +1/+1. And then next turn we can also make our Tempest Angler even bigger. So let me see. Actually, yeah, it looks pretty good. We have a Planeswalker on the battlefield, the artifact that produces extra mana for us. So Gladiolus Emicitia. So yeah, this deck is all about landfall, I guess. So whenever land, they can also distribute. This creature also has the ability. So let's let's create more Otter creature tokens, and then I think we will just put another Harness of Storms. Great, so we have Shore Up, and then actually we have also Bria, Riptide Rogue. We have to put this creature also on the battlefield, so all the creatures will have prowess, all the Otter creatures. So let's attack first, and let's see how they will block. So of course they are blocking Tempest Angler. I think yeah, we have enough mana because we have also Patchwork Banner, so we can enhance Tempest Angler, and then we can also cast a Gate Assault. So we have still 3 mana. Actually, we can also use this cheaper burn spell, take out the trash. I think we'll just do that. And Tempest Angler will kill this creature, and yeah, this looks really good. Also, yeah, Ral, Crackling Wit. I mean, it's so hard to handle this Planeswalker because, I mean, it also already has so many loyalty counters, and for example, when it's our turn, we can still put more loyalty counters on this Planeswalker whenever we cast an instant or sorcery spell. And then with 5 loyalty counters, it's not easy to get rid of this Planeswalker, so discard those 2 cards. And yeah, I think we'll just go for Bria, Riptide Rogue. Take action, great, here we have the island, and what else? Another Bria, Riptide Rogue, so let's put the land on the battlefield, and then we can just kill this Cactuar. And all the creatures now have prowess. Great. Huh. What an army of otters do we have? Yeah, we have here. So GG. Awesome. I mean, look at the battlefield. I really like when the opponent also has a, like, plays a lot of Final Fantasy cards. So it's like almost a full Final Fantasy deck, I guess. So here we go, we are playing against Shadow Hexer 99, opponent goes first, and yeah, we'll take that, we have 2 lands, so turn 1 we can cast Storm Chaser's Talent, also turn 2 either Kitsa Otterball Elite, or maybe Artist's Talent. Kitsa is great because then we can also first we'll draw a card and we can also discard, so let's see if we will have enough lands to cast all the other creatures. If not, then we'll use Kitsa's ability and we'll draw cards. So the Lore Keeper, oh, I think their opponent will is playing a dinosaur deck. Yeah, Lore Keeper produces mana for dinosaur creatures, so Kitsa Otterball Elite, I think, yeah, we will just go for that creature. And then we just need to cast Harness of Storms as soon as possible. So yeah, to cast a dinosaur spell, so let's put Lily Pad Village on the battlefield, and then we will also put Harness of Storms on the battlefield. I mean, I have to admit, I really enjoy to play with this Otter deck, and you can see the Otter Tribal deck is wild. All the creatures are otters, of course, and I like the synergy between the otter spells and the instant and sorcery spells. Each otter is so individual and provides so much also to the game and to the deck. You can see Kitsa, actually none of those otters are really similar to each other. Kitsa is we can draw cards with Kitsa. Harness of Storms, we can also exile cards. Tempest Angler gets always a +1/+1 counter. And yeah, I really like those otters, and they also look so cute, but at the same time they are really powerful. So Hulking Raptor, 5/3 creature with ward. Oh, Palanis Hatcher, that's a very powerful dinosaur, because it creates eggs and they can sacrifice those eggs and produce a free dinosaur token. That's awesome. I also really want to create a dinosaur block deck from Ixalan. So yeah, but we have to wait, unfortunately, a little bit longer, because now I really want to build also those other tribal decks from Bloomburrow. So next one will be, the next one will be, of course, the Lord of the Rings deck. And after the Lord of the Rings deck, I will create probably the Bat deck, the Ors of Bat deck, tribal Bat deck from Bloomburrow. So then we will run a deck that only consists flying creatures. So that will be very interesting to see. So Palanis Hatcher, they can also sacrifice this other egg, so we'll counter that spell. Tempest Angler gets a +1/+1 counter, so we have to make this creature really big. Oh no, okay, so our opponent just quit, but unfortunately I really wanted to play against this deck a little bit longer, but yeah, you can see. So we are playing against Beat Razor. So we start the game Coruscation Mage. Okay, that looks good. We have 2 lands. We can also cast Storm Chaser's Talent now. And yeah, let me know in the comments below if you are a fan of the Bloomburrow set, if you purchased a display, or are you collecting those cards, because there are also some alternatives. That you can collect. So yeah, or you're also playing, or you're just picking up certain cards from this set, and you're putting in those cards in your deck. So Art's Talent and Otter, so we can attack actually with both creatures. So we'll do that, Coruscation Mage. And yeah, Artist's Talent, Storm Chaser's Talent. And then, yeah, actually we just need Horns of Storms, so we can put more cards on the battlefield. Eager Truffle Snout, yeah, that's a very funny card with Trample. Oh, great, here we have Horns of Storms, but I think we'll just put first Patchwork Banner on the battlefield, so we can also enhance. I think Bria, sorry Bria, we have to discard you. We'll select Otters and we can attack. Maybe not with Coruscation Mage, because it deals always damage whenever we cast an instant or sorcery spell. And also we have Harness of, take out the trash, so yeah, we can also kill Druid of the Call, for example. It deals 3 damage. And yeah, as I was mentioning earlier, the next deck from Bloomburrow will be presumably the Bat deck. So this deck will only consist of flying creatures, and I really like also the strategy behind this deck, because it's all about lifelink, and also I think dealing damage to the opponent. Like when you are attacking with your bats, you will just you will just deal damage to the opponent directly. So let's cast Crackling Wit, and then we can produce some Otter tokens, and yeah, we'll not discard any cards, but we will create the 1/1 token. I mean, all those creatures, they produce mana, and they are so weak, they are only dealing 1 damage, so actually they can also attack the Planeswalker. Oh, Lumra, Bellow of the Woods. And the strength is equal to the forest they have on the battlefield. So I think we'll just first cast Harness of Storms, and then, yeah, create a 1/1 blue token, Otter token, and we still have enough mana, so actually we can also use one of those cards. Actually, Shore Up. The problem is if we are going to attack, no, we will just stay back and we will just wait. And for example, if they are going to attack with Lumra, the beer creature, actually we can also block with those Otter tokens, enhance them of course by casting Shore Up, analyze the pollen. So for 1 mana you may collect Evidence 8. Yeah, Vigilance and Reach. Oh, Quill the Great Worm. Also an awesome card, 7/7 with Trample. Yeah, the good thing is this creature doesn't have haste, so I think they will attack with the beer. They must. Yeah, they are attacking great. So in this case we can deal damage to this creature, and then we'll just block with 1 creature. And also whenever you cast a non-creature, oh no, they enhancing the beer. Decline, and they gave this creature hexproof, so actually we'll block with those 3 creatures. I mean, we have to get rid of this beer because it can also get stronger, and it also has trample. So here we have the mountain. Actually we will create another blue-red token. And yeah, Storm Chaser's Talent, actually that's great. We can spend 4 mana, take out the trash back on our hand. So we'll put the mountain on the battlefield, and we'll just wait. So let me see, if they are going to attack with the Great Worm, it's 7/7 creature. So we can also deal damage. Oh, are they aiming for Harness of Storms? So then we can also reveal the top X cards of your library. Okay, so they can put any number of permanent cards with mana value X or less from among them onto the battlefield. Then put all the cards revealed this way that weren't put. Okay, so they spent 5 mana. Oh, those are great cards. Garruk's Uprising, and also the Beastkin Ranger, and the Loot Exuberant Explorer is great. Wow, that was a great move from the opponent. So we have to get rid of this Great Worm. And then we will... no, we will not discard, of course. But we have to block with... it hurts. But we have to kill the Great Worm. We will lose those 2 otters. But yeah, it was a good sacrifice. And yeah, great. Here we have an otter creature. So let's create another. I mean, you can see how persistent Real Crackling Wit is. Because, I mean, he creates so many creatures. And yet he has 9 loyalty counters. So it's really hard to get rid of this creature, or to get rid of this Planeswalker. So non-creature spells you cast are cheaper by 1. Yeah. I don't know, we still are missing some lands. We have only 5 lands. Yeah, and the opponent also has 8. And yeah, the good thing is we have the Patchwork Banner, so at least it produces the mana, but we need more lands. And we have to get rid of this loot exuberant explorer. Oh yeah, Garruk Uprising is an amazing card. Whenever a creature with power 4 enters the battlefield, they can also draw a card. This is such an powerful... Oh, Garruk Surprising again, but a different artwork. So... Hedge Whisper, it looks really good for the opponent, but yeah, I'm still not... I'm still convinced that we can get out of this, because we have Ral, Crackling Wit, and they are... Yeah, they really want to kill this Planeswalker. So we'll kill... I think we can kill all the creatures here. Actually, we can do that. Is it shore up? No, it's not, unfortunately. Actually, we also have a creature with flash, so we could also cast that one. So... Oh, here we have the mountain. I think we'll just draw 3 cards, then discard 2 cards. Or maybe... Yeah, wait, how many creatures do they have? 5. Let's create another one. And we can also... Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, create a 1/1 alter token. And here, non-creature spells. Yeah, I think we'll just go for that one. And let's put that land on the battlefield. I mean, yeah, they are still trying to kill Ral, so as long as they're just going for the Planeswalker, everything's fine. And also it has 11 loyalty counters, so actually we don't have to block all the creatures. But we can, for example, we can kill Outcaster, Trailblazer. Hedge Whisperer, yeah, it also has power 0. And Loot Exuberant Explorer, I guess they will just tap this creature and then bring some creatures from their library onto the battlefield. So, oh, also this one, whenever another creature enters with power 4 on the battlefield, they will also draw a card. Outcaster, Trailblazer. Search your library for up to basic lands. Awesome deck. So, Loot Exuberant Explorer, we have to kill this creature also. And Outcaster, Trailblazer. Yeah, the problem is they have to tap those creatures also to create additional mana, and they are of course targeting the Planeswalker. So let's block. I think we can kill the Outcaster, Trailblazer with Harness of Storms. They don't have enough mana. I think that's a good trade. Perfect, so yeah, Ral has still 11 counters. I think we'll just... Yeah, we have to draw more cards. I mean, we are now drawing only lands. So let's discard the Rockface Village and the island. Here we go, and then I think we'll just cast Thundertrap Trainer. Awesome. Now, let's go for Bria. Because Bria will she gives also the other Otter's Prowess. Oh, it's an enchantment, of course. So we'll kill Loot Exuberant Explorer. And we can also make one of our creatures unblockable, so it might be, yeah, I mean, yeah. And then we still, I mean, we could discard Thundertrap Trainer. I think we'll just keep that. Also, we have enough mana, so we can also create a copy of Thundertrap Trainer. And let's see, maybe the opponent will not survive the next turn, because Bria, whenever we cast an instant or sorcery spell, we can make one of our creatures, of course, unblockable. So Garruk's Uprising, yeah, they are drawing a bunch of cards. Yeah, now we are a little bit unlucky because we have so many lands that we are drawing. So... yeah, let's cast it for the Maybe no. Let's. I mean, we don't have to, because we can also, with Harness of Storms, we can we can surge, and here we have a Gate Assault. The problem is also we might not have enough mana. So, which of these we can kill? I think we'll go for the Eager Truffle Snout. Yeah, so let's get rid of this creature. Also, Bria makes them all stronger. Yeah, look at that, this otter army. We can discard here. We have another island. Yeah, this board looks amazing. I like it. We have enchantment classes, we have a planeswalker on the battlefield, so many creatures, creature tokens, otter tokens, artifacts. I mean, yeah, this looks really good. So yeah, GG. So we are playing against D-Deck, and opponent goes first. Yeah, we have 3 lands, perfect, so we can also cast Tempest Angler, and then we can also use a Gate Assault, Bushwalk. So yeah, search your library. I have the feeling that when we are playing unranked games, there are so many decks that are running, yeah, those landfall decks, or maybe also those decks where you just need a lot of mana to cast big creatures. And then there's a switch. When you go to ranked games, there are none of those decks anymore in ranked games. So in ranked games there are so many angel decks, lifelink decks, and I think like every second deck there in ranked games is also has this enchantment authority of the consoles. Yeah, angel decks, what else? Those are, I think, and lifelink decks. Those are the most common decks being played in ranked games. So yeah, we have Ral, Crackling Wit, Mountain, 3 mountains by the way. Also Tempest Angler, yeah, looks good. Take out the trash, great. And then actually we have also a Gate Assault to kill this Merfolk creature that the opponent has on their hand. And yeah, we can also kill Wandertail Mentor. Oh, Laughing Jasper Flint. That's one of my favorite cards from the set Thunder Junction. Outlaws of Thunder Junction. So we have to destroy this creature, because I don't want that the opponent will steal our cards, because it has the Haste ability. And yeah, I also made some episodes about the Outlaws deck, the block Outlaws deck that I created from the set Outlaws of Thunder Junction. Deep Fathom Echo. Oh, Innkeeper's Talent is also a great enchantment class, because first you can distribute those +1/+1 counters, and then the next level, level 2, permanents you control with counters on them have ward 1. So let's kill this creature. Ward 1, we have to pay this cost. Yeah, we have to get rid of this creature, and then we'll attack with both creatures, and then yeah, Tempest Angler has now 2 counters. So let's attack. Down to 11, looks good. Hard Bristle Bandit also produces mana. Yeah, Innkeeper's Talent. I'm just thinking in what kind of tribal deck we can just put this creature. It's a mole. I mean, there are no moles, but what else can we... Maybe the rabbit deck. The rabbit deck is a Celestia deck. So it has Celestia colors. It's a green-white deck. Maybe we can just put it there. What else? What else? A raccoon deck, maybe. I don't know if there are enough raccoons to create a tribal raccoon deck. But yeah, we can just check it out. So here we have the Coruscation Mage, great. Actually, we have really great cards on our hand. Tempest Angler, a Gate Assault. The problem is, I mean, we always have to keep in mind that we have to pay the ward cost. For example, if we want to cast a Gate Assault, Coruscation Mage, I think, how about this? If we will create 2 copies of that, I mean 1 copy of that. Now we will just see a Gate Assault. Oh no. And this is an enchantment. Oh, we will just lose a Gate Assault. So in this case we will just cast Tempest Angler. No attacks. Oh, that was not great. Yeah. Maybe it was better to create a copy of the Coruscation Mage, because then it deals also damage whenever we cast an instant or sorcery spell. But yeah, as long as we have Tempest Angler on the battlefield, we are pretty safe still. Because yeah, we can also cast Royal Crackling Wit. They get a +1/+1 counter. Also, we have a Gate Assault. Yeah, now the Overlord of the Hauntwoods has also the ward. So Patchwork Banner, great. We can enhance our otter creatures. Take action. Oh, I was just hoping that we will draw another land. So let's discard the Planeswalker. Here we have the mountain. So yeah, let's cast Harness of Storms. Yeah, a Gate Assault. Yeah, the problem is we are just missing... actually we have Patchwork Banner. But I think it's better to have more cards than the opponent. So let's attack with Tempest Angler. They must block. I believe they will block with the Overlord of the Hauntwoods. So, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, the Coruscation Mage, we just cast this creature in this turn. Actually, wait. Yeah, no. I thought maybe we could attack with all the creatures, but no, it's only the Thunder Trip Trainer, Tempest Angler, Harness of Storms, yeah. So GG. Next turn they would be dead anyway. So here we go, we are playing against Rooster Cookburn. We start the game, we have 2 copies of a Gate Assault, also Harness of Storms and Stormcatch Mentor. So that's a great hand. Also, Stormcatch Mentor is actually is great together with Harness of Storms, because it makes the instant and sorcery spells cheaper, so we can cast more spells at once. Let's put Art Talents on the battlefield, and then yeah, probably they will also sacrifice Fountain Port Bell. They can draw a card. So take out the trash. Oh, we're just missing one. So hopefully they will cast a creature. So then we can at least, use take out the trash. Otherwise, yeah, we'll waste the 2 mana. Okay, so we just wasted that turn. I think we'll just put Harness of Storms. They don't have any burn or removal spells. So first they have to put a creature on the battlefield that, will fight against Harness of Storms. So, Enduring Vitality, 3 mana, and it produces mana, also other creatures. Creatures you control have add 1 mana of any color. That's a sick card, because also if we are going to kill this creature, it remains on the battlefield. Maybe not as a creature, but of course as an enchantment. So this card, I think, Stormcatch Mentor. Yeah, and now it returns on the battlefield. Now it's an enchantment, so that's a great card. And still, those creatures from the opponent, they are still able to produce mana. So oh no. Yeah, unfortunately there are no instant sorcery spells that we can use. but that's fine. We have still a Gate Assault and also a Crucifixion Mage, so we will trigger Harness of Storms. And the opponent also has 5 lands. Warden of the Grove. Yeah, Tempest. Yeah, we just need more mana actually. So let's kill this creature so we can also attack. Okay, so yeah, they gave up. GG. So we're playing against Agatha Crass and the opponent goes first. Oh no, I mean, yeah, we have to do mulligan. Here we have too many islands, so we can just put one of those under the library. And we have also Swift Water Cliffs, so we have the red mana. Looks much better, so then we can also cast Thundertrap Trainer and search or look at the 4 top cards of our library and take one of those instant sorcery spells, if there are any, onto our hand. So the Thespian, when this creature enters or dies, they can surveil 1. Oh no, okay, so unfortunately there are no instant sorcery spells, but at least we can block the Thespian. Miriam Heart Whisperer for 2 mana, oh wow, 3/2 during your turn, mounts vehicle. Okay, so let's put this and we will cast Tempest Angler, so we just need a big blocker. You control have hexproof whenever a mount or vehicle, yeah, they can also have +1/+1. So yeah, and are you looking forward to the next set? It will be the Strixhaven set. Actually, I'm really excited because when was that? When it was the last release? I think 2021, when they released it for the first time. And I'm really excited for the successor, because yeah, I created also the Boros deck with the elephant. And yeah, it's cool because then we can also create several decks from Strixhaven. And in Strixhaven it's similar to Harry Potter because you have also those different houses, so we can also create a lot of decks from each house, a deck. So yeah, I'm really excited for that. So we can also create those houses, and let's deal damage to the opponent. Bria, Riptide Rogue, also Ral, Crackling Wit. So actually we just need 1 more mana. Perfect. So here we have the island, and then we can cast Ral. Also Tempest Angler is now a 5/5 creature. So let's produce more Otter tokens. And yeah, let me know in the comments below if you are also excited for Strixhaven, and did you also purchase a display in 2021 when they released it. And yeah, if you also bought those decks or created decks, or are you using any cards of from this set? Or to be honest, actually I don't know, I think there are no leaks actually, so I also didn't see any cards from this set. It will be just a surprise. So Claim Jumper. So here they have the Lush Portico, and the Claim Jumper has Vigilance, 3/3. So now they have 5 lands. Here we have the mountain, and oh, actually yeah, we just need Harness of Storms. So let's produce more tokens, and then we can get rid of this Rabbit Mercenary. Perfect, and I think we'll just attack with all the creatures. Let's put some pressure on the opponent. And I think after Strixhaven it should be already... they should release the Hobbit set. I think so. It should be in August. So Strixhaven probably in April. Maybe between Strixhaven and Hobbit there will be some other set. So Cosmogrand Zenith. So here we have another land. I think we just put Bria Riptide Rogue on the battlefield, and then maybe it was better just to keep the mountain. So yeah, now we will draw 3 cards and then discard this island. Oh yeah. The problem is, I think we'll just discard Stormcatch Mentor, and next turn we can also cast a Gate Assault and kill this creature. Also, whenever you cast your second spell, you can create a human creature token. So yeah, we have to get rid of this creature. Here, yeah, Cat Soldier, and I think now they should cast their second spell. Oh, they didn't. So let's create a... I think we just need more cards. No lands. We can... Oh, okay. So let's discard the Planeswalker and Valley Floodcaller. Stormcatch Mentor, yeah, makes those 2 spells cheaper. And then we can use that actually. So take out the trash. I mean, first the Gate Assault kills this Cosmogrand. Also, we make our creatures unblockable. Target creature you control that gains hexproof. Oh no! So we have to kill also now the Marshal. So probably they will survive. Let me see. Yeah, I think if we are going to attack with all the creatures, they are dead. So yeah, let's attack, and 5/5, yeah, GG. So we are playing against, I don't know how to pronounce that. So yeah, we are playing against you. We start the game. Actually, I really enjoy this deck because it feels so smooth. Of course, whenever we have Harness of Storms at the beginning, it makes it a lot easier for us. So, but I don't know, it's so smooth. We just put those creatures on the battlefield. They do, the majority of the work for us. And yeah, because they have the ability Prowess, also other abilities, so it's so easy actually. We just put those creatures on the battlefield and they will do the rest. So yeah, Harness of Storms, hopefully they will not kill it. Good Fortune Unicorn, and I think we'll just take out, we'll take out the trash. We will cast take out the trash, kill this unicorn. Great, here we have the island. Let's put it on the battlefield. And also we can cast Coruscation Mage. And let's attack, down to 10 life points. Yeah, and with Storm Chaser's talent we can also... Oh no, they will destroy it. Anyway, so yeah, here we have Soul of Alarkia. I think we'll just... another Harness of Storms would be great, I think, on the battlefield. So now we can also exile the card, and I think we'll just attack. So we can also cast Shore Up, enhance our creature. Oh, they are not blocking, so let's enhance the Otter with Prowess. So they are dead. So GG, that was fast. Everything goes perfect. And I'm also looking forward to the ranked games because, yeah, it's always different. It's a different experience if you're playing unranked opponents. Of course, they have different kind of decks than in ranked games. And you can see the different types of decks also. So yeah, we have the mountain, 2 mountains, island. Great, we have enough mana to cast our Planeswalker, Ral. Let's see what opponent will cast. Voice of Victory. Oh, I know this creature. So your opponents can't cast spells during your turn and mobilize 2. So let's cast Coruscation Mage. So I think, yeah, we can also use a Gate Assault to get rid of this. Oh, Mardu, Monument. So maybe they're running a Mardu deck, because it has this symbol, right? And oh yeah, the symbol matches. And mobilize 2, whenever this creature attacks, create 2 tapped and attacking 1/1 creatures, but you have to sacrifice them at the end of our turn, of our opponent's turn. So here we have the island, and yeah, we have to get rid of this. I mean, this is also an artifact. When this artifact enters, you can search, okay, but for 5 mana you sacrifice this artifact, create 3 1/1 red, those creature tokens that we have seen. But I think we'll just get rid of this creature and deal 2 damage to the opponent. Oh yeah, of course there is also Tark here. Yeah, there are so many sets. I mean, they're releasing so many sets. It's really hard to keep up with this. And of course, I also want to create one of my big projects will be also the Avatar decks. It will be similar to Lord of the Rings, so I will also spend a lot of time to create the Avatar decks. And maybe if I will create the Avatar decks, I will start rewatching the series again. Yeah, maybe, yeah, I will just switch on my TV, and then while I'm creating those Avatar decks, I will just also look at, yeah, I will just watch it. Yeah, you can also let me in the comments below if you are a fan of the Avatar set or Avatar series, if you watched it in, yeah, back then when it was so famous. I think it was around 2006, 7, I think, around this time. So, Case of the Uneaten Feast. We have to kill this Animpakal thousandth moon. Wow, hard to pronounce that. So if they will receive 5 life points this turn, they can also solve this crime. And they have the Bone Cairn Butcher, also mobilized 2. So not only the Animpakal creates the tokens, but also the Bone Cairn Butcher. Wow, with Death Touch, nice. Yeah, they want to kill our Planeswalker, so we have to avoid that. And let me see, no, we will not exile. So we have those, we have to kill Animpakal, because it creates more of those artifact creatures. And Thrall still has 4 loyalty counters, and we can create another. I mean, we will also create a lot of Otter tokens, and then we can also put Stormcatch Mentor. Come on, give us some... it's a land. Yeah, then we'll just put the land on the battlefield, and I think maybe more creatures on the battlefield. Yeah, so it's also harder for the opponent, because next turn, if we still have Thrall, we can also draw more cards. And we can also discard the mountain. So Mardu, Monument. I mean, Bone Cairn Butcher looks amazing. So, wow, that will be a lot of... not damage, but... how many creatures? 3, 4, 5, 6. Mobilize 2. And all the token creatures, they have Death Touch. So we have to kill this Butcher. We can sacrifice it, and yeah, oh, wait a moment. No, the Otters of course will block the Golems, the artifact creatures, because the other ones will disappear anyway. Yeah, I think that's a good trade. Perfect. So they will lose the Butcher. We still have Ral. I mean, so we have to create the Otter token. We have no other choice. Oh, destroy target creature or enchantment. So let's create 1/1 blue and red Otter. And we can also cast Storm Chaser's Talent and create another token. So actually we can also bring one of those instant sorcery spells to our hand. What do we have here? Perfect. We have a gate, assault, so let's bring it back. So if there is another Butcher, we are prepared. Impact Tremors whenever a creature you control enters the battlefield. This enchantment deals 1 damage to our opponent. Okay. So Stormcatch Mentor. Arabella Abandoned Doll. Whenever this creature attacks, it deals X damage to each opponent. Okay, so... and X is 2. Yeah, I think we should just should put more creatures on the battlefield. And then I think also this one is good to have level 3 whenever we cast an instant or sorcery spell. We'll create another Otter token, Impact Tremors. Ooh. I mean, they can sacrifice the Mardu Monument and they will create 3 tokens with haste. So Artist Talent, yeah, let's create some tokens. And I think we just have to kill this creature. Yeah, this is an enchantment, so let's kill Doll. Also we'll create, maybe draw 3 cards. I think maybe we should. So perfect, this mountain we can discard and we'll take out the trash and we can attack. So let's see if they will block. Nope. Great, so down to 14. And then yeah, we have take out the trash so we can kill a small creature. Interesting deck. So they are creating a lot of those tokens with Mobilize. Whenever a creature you control enters this enchantment. But how is it? Because, of course, when it enters it deals damage, but for example if you have a creature that has the ability Mobilize and you will create 2 tokens, are they entering the battlefield or, I don't know, will be just placed on the battlefield? Because sometimes it matters, there's also sometimes the difference of those terms. Deadly Cover Up, destroy all creatures. Yeah, so now we are just left with our take out the trash. But yeah, that's fine. I mean, we can still use Ral. So let's discard those 2 cards, those 2 lands. And let's put Tempest Angler on the battlefield. So yeah, non-creature spells will be cheaper. Perfect. Also take out the trash. Mardu Monument. Yeah, but this is very expensive because they can only use 1 at once. Mardu Monument. Ooh, a 3rd one. So now they can use that every turn. I mean, we have a Gate Assault, so we can destroy one of these. Create a Otter token, and I think if a source you control will deal non-combat damage to an opponent. Yeah, why not? Or permanent. And we'll exile this Mardu Monument. Discard the land, perfect. Another Tempest Angler. So let's attack with Tempest Angler. Oh, yeah, let's attack because, I mean, if they will sacrifice this monument, Probably they will aim for Ral. Let's see. I'm also curious if the impact hammers... Oh, it does. Okay, so it deals 3 damage to us. 6 damage. Oh. Oh, wow. I mean, good that we just destroyed one of those monuments. And they also have menace. Decline. Or maybe... Oh no, why they left? So, pawn goes first. I think this will be the last match, then we have enough for this episode. So hopefully this will be a good match. And we have Thunder Trap Trainer, great. We can also search for the instant sorcery spells, or actually non-creature spells. So let's do that. Thunder Trap Trainer. Oh wow, we can actually select among those 4 cards. So yeah, of course it will be a Gate Assault. A Gate Assault is actually the best, because we can decide between 2 things. Either we will destroy the artifact or we can deal 4 damage, and for dealing 4 damage is really a lot. So Tempest Angler, and then take out the trash we also have here. So the archer, wow, it has Death Touch and Reach. So let's put Ral on the battlefield, create a Otter token. So we will start building our Otter army here. Yeah, and then we have Felidar Retreat. So this has the ability Landfall. So whenever our opponent puts a land on the battlefield, they can either create a 1/1 cat token, or they can distribute on each creature they control a +1/+1 counter. Yeah, it's a little bit late, it's already 1 AM here. So reach the horizon. Search for your library for up to basic lands. Nice, so they will create, I assume, 2 creature tokens. Yeah, so now they have 3 creatures, and I think we'll just kill the creature with Death Touch. So then we can always attack with Tempest Angler. And yeah, so let's produce also a lot of tokens here. Yeah, we just need Harness of Storms. So let's attack, and let's see how they will block. Maybe they will block with both creatures, Tempest Angler, then yeah, that's great, because we can also use a Gate Assault. I mean, take out the trash, kill one of these, also enhance our other otters, and yeah, kill this token also. So down to 15. Actually, we can also surveil, because an otter entered this turn. So yeah, let's put those cards into our graveyard. And hopefully they will not put more lands on the battlefield. Or maybe they have more creatures with this ability, because in the set Final Fantasy you have several of these creatures. Also Chocobo, of course. Yeah, not the creature, but here we have the enchantment Chocobo. Oh, that's the Chocobo race track that creates those bird tokens. So let's create also a token. Put the mountain on the battlefield. So actually Coruscation Mage. I think, yeah, let's use it. Let's cast it for the offspring ability cost. So now we have 2. We can also destroy the bird, of course, because it can be enhanced. Oh yeah, we have to be fast. I don't know what the opponent has also on their hand, but if they have already Felidar Retreat, Chocobo Racetrack, just imagine they will put maybe 2 lands on the battlefield, so they will have 4 creatures. Or maybe they have another enchantment. Doubling Season! Wow! I mean, you don't see that often. I mean, you have Felida Retreat, Chocobo Racetrack, and Doubling Season. So now they will put that. The land, they will create 4 tokens. Okay, 4. The good thing is they don't have more sorcery spells, so instant where they can bring in an additional land on the battlefield, because then they would have 8 creatures on the battlefield. 8, and yeah. Yeah, Thunder Trap Trainer, hopefully there is an... Take out the trash, for example, or Storm Chases. Talent is also useful. And a Gate Assault. But yeah, I think that's it, because now also our otters will be 2/2 creatures. Yeah, I think that's it. We have so many creatures now. But yeah, that's amazing to see. Felida Retreat, Chocobo Racetrack, and Doubling Season. It's not easy to have all the cards on the battlefield, right? Huh, that's funny. But yeah, so this is, yeah, so that will be the last game of, that we played in Unranked. In the next episode we will switch to ranked games, ranked matches, and let's see how this Otter deck works in ranked games. So yeah, if you like the format, I'm just creating decks from one certain set. Yeah, please subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, and yeah, I'm looking forward to the next matches, to the next set, Strixhaven. And yeah, thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.